Hi, Welsh Metals here. We'll be doing a costume jewellery meltdown bar today. There's the material to be melted down. Quite shiny, as you can see. And there's where I'll be pouring it. Try and get a nice angle there. Ooh. There we go. Shouldn't take too long to melt down this material. Large amounts of tin in there and probably aluminium, although I'd say there's a lot of tin the way it's breaking down so quick. There's a lot of paint in there. Yeah, that's tin. So we got tin here. That'll be quite high value once I melt this bar down. Probably much higher value than the costume jewellery itself, and it will also be at a higher purity because I will be scooping off the dross, which is this material on the top, which is just paint and stuff. Yeah, that's very, very clean tin under there. As you can see, it's very shiny. I'll be doing a few of these bars in the future as I have quite a bit of costume jewellery to melt down, as I have been taking apart quite a lot lately for parts for making jewellery, funnily enough. And I have found quite a bit, so making full use of this costume jewellery. You can see there's all the dross, unwanted material there. Start scooping this off. There's quite a bit of borax in the crucible to help reduce contamination. Start scooping it off. Some flairage there. Unmelted material. It's not fully melted. I guess I'll need a little bit more heat. It's better. Scoop off this material. Some is in fact unmelted jewellery. There we go. As you can see, this hasn't reduced to much at all compared to what it was at the start of the video. Hopefully it will result in a nice bar, although looking at this I'd say it definitely will. Look at that, very, very nice. So let's heat the mould up some. Material. Boraxy stuff. Sure. A nice little additional heat. Very shiny. Very nice. Oh. Better than expected. Give this a heat and a little agitate so it fills the mould completely, as the mould needs to be at the same temperature of the metal. Got my dross spoon. It's quite pure, look at that. Whoa. Surprisingly pure tin. guess it'd have to be for jewellery in order to avoid things like allergic reactions with people, which would be bad business. Yeah, it's very, very shiny tin. Very pretty. Look at that. Very low melting temperature, so it must be quite pure. Got a nice heat even all over. I'd like a nice uniform bar in this. One will stamp well. Starting to take shape now. Very pretty. Sure it's liquid all the way to the bottom. It isn't yet. Mold is quite cool. Quite a bit of drossy material there, and there's still some tin left in the borax stuck in there, as well as some jewellery bits. That'll be remelted in at a later date when I do my next jewellery melt bar. Should be quite nice. By the looks of this one. Liquid almost all the way to the bottom now, yes. Just making sure. I'd say there is some zinc inside of this tin. It is very slightly crystalline on the top, and it was also quite heavy. So it's a zinc tin alloy most likely. Could be a little bit of aluminium in there, but I doubt it, as it's quite dense. Agitate. As there was some dross there. There we go. Shouldn't take long to cool that now. Let's have a little inspect. So there's the jewellery melt ingot. As you can see, it's very nicely formed. There. And that should stamp very well. Should look quite nice as well. Look how shiny that is. There's what remains of the jewellery from the beginning. As you can see, there's lots of contaminated bits left stuck inside of the borax. That's just paint and general crud from the smelting, and things that didn't want to melt within the alloy itself. So higher melt metals. Now we'll be going into the dross pit here with the rest of the crap, and I will make another bar as well. Well, that will be at a later date with more jewellery teardowns, more likely. We will see. So that's just having a little cool. I have my temperature gun here. Ooh, 214 degrees. So what's that sound? Ooh, birdies in the bushes. Distracting me. So it's cooling quite rapidly. Shouldn't take too long. Remembered my temperature gun this time. Map gas and butane gas, various other tools. Mould itself is still quite hot. The bar is cooling down. Don't want to drop it out and find out the entire thing is still liquid in a liquid state, because it is still very slightly on the corner there. So we'll let it cool a little bit longer. It is tin after all, tin zinc alloy, so it should have a pretty low melting point, at which point it'll start solidifying soon. The mould is about 200 degrees, the metal's probably about double that. And tin melts are about 440, so if it's alloyed with zinc, that could be a bit less or a bit more. It's cooling quite a lot now. Need to remember to take this and use it in all of my videos. Should be about there by now. Looks to be. Very slightly liquid still. Move it to the cooler part of the brick. Taking quite a while to cool. Should clean up quite nicely, and I will stamp that also as Costume Jewellery Bar 01. Because it is my first bar, but probably not my last. Definitely not. Looking at the result of this, I can make a nice stack of these. Low cost, and also they should be worth quite a bit, depending on how much this bar weighs. Here's my tongs. That's definitely solidified now. Very shiny. There we go. Ah, that's very nice indeed. Wow, impressive. Look at that. Whoop, drops it straight away. Nope, it's intact. And there could be very well be some zinc alloyed in with that tin. Quenching. Whoops, dropped it in there. Doing this all one-handed. It's very cool now. That's a very nice bar, look at that. Incredibly shiny, should stamp beautifully. So, there's Costume Jewellery Bar 01. Definite success. Almost too bright for the camera to handle. Well, until the next Virgin.